Welcome to the Crumb Show.
Welcome to the Crumb Show. Back to Cinderella. Jesse Marquez. Chris Reynolds. And Jerry Joe Pesci.
Crumb.
Here at the Crumb Show, we delve into the Crumb side of life.
Crumb.
We're all crumbs in one way or another.
That's right, Crumb.
So let's laugh. Talk some shit. See what happens. What's going on with the crumbs this week?
Crumb.
Welcome to the Crumb Show.
Crumb. Crumb.
Welcome to the Crumb Show.
Welcome to the Crumb Show. I'm Fats Ciccarella, Jesse Marchese, Chris Reynolds, and Jerry Joe Pesci.
Here at the Crumb Show, we like to get into the crumb side of life. But tonight, we have a very special guest, Mr. Rocco Rosini,
Hey, what's up, man?
a.k.a. RokBottom. Check him out on the gram, at RokBottom, RokBottom. He has a new album coming out next week called A Time of Ashes, available only at trucknorthmusic.com. He also is responsible for the intro at the beginning of this episode that he did on his own, just out of the goodness of his heart, and hooked us up with a professional intro that we only use for special guests and special occasions. You just heard it just now. We all love it. We'd like to thank you for that. We appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, thank you.
Word
Little
up.
Norristown fame in the building.
I hear you.
Now I'm rooting for you guys. I love this show, man.
Nice.
Tuning in every week.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Oh,
that.
yeah, this shit funny as hell.
Right on.
Yeah, I guess Roosevelt days, Chris and I, all of us probably met at Roosevelt. But I think the first time I seen you live was Untamed Soul at R-Fest. A lot of these
That was
crumbs
2000.
watching. Was that 2000?
That was 2000.
Yeah.
You know, when we were in high school, I feel like your high school too. Like a lot of us, people were playing music.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody had a band.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't know if
Well-
these kids are playing instruments now.
Yeah. Everybody had a band or everybody was rapping or doing something.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a thing.
I just played the radio. I couldn't play any instruments, but I supported everybody.
I couldn't ever play instruments either. I just started making beats like 3 years ago. I always just sat with other people who did it.
Right. Learning.
Like we were talking about, Sound of Norristown was a record store in our neighborhood. Back in the 90s, I was always there, so I would get in rap competitions, try to win money, and
Yeah.
it was a thing to do.
Right.
So I had some other friends that wanted to play music, and we got together and kind of made a band in the late 80s. So, or not 80s, late 90s.
And that was Untamed Soul.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a badass name, too, Untamed Souls.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was. That was a cool ass,
90s.
cool gig too.
No, we didn't even have songs. Like, we just freestyled shows.
Yeah, it was just a jam, jam band. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. My friend Marshall Baker was the drummer of that band. He would just, he played drums at home. He would always just ask me to come to his house and just freestyle to this.
Yeah.
So, Eric Burnett was another friend of mine, and he
Talented
played
as
guitar.
Yeah.
That was the dream when we was kids, have a band.
Yeah.
So
I always wanted to be in a band.
Yeah.
Always wanted to. Especially growing up. We loved hip-hop, especially growing up. In the early 90s, that was the best hip-hop, I think, ever. I mean, according to me, anyway. But when you listen to it, you always want to be one of them guys, you know what I mean?
yeah, that shit was mad fun.
I never had the balls to do it, though.
Well, I think it was at 10 years from probably 86 to 96, something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just crushed it for hip hop.
Yeah, definitely our golden era. Other people people love the 2000s rappers. There's people that say, oh, this guy from the 2000s is, let's take Jay-Z, for example. Jay-Z blew up after we weren't paying attention. We were all into grunge and shit by the time Jay-Z came out.
He just
that was-
wasn't relevant until
That was 96.
Yeah, we were all into grunge and shit at that time. We weren't paying attention to hip-hop.
That was it.
So we really, we don't give Jay-Z no credit in any of our top fives you have a beef with him that we announced on here. You know it's on site with the Crumb Show and Hove. You know? So, but we don't really have a informed opinion. And you know what I mean? That's why these things are our opinions, because we're not, that shit's not on our radar. Like some of these dudes out today, like these young guys, like with this trap music, I don't know any of their lyrics. I know all their names, but I don't know any of their lyrics. But in 10 years, somebody like, oh, Quavo was the greatest. Offset was one of the best, you know what I mean? But
Sure.
we don't
It's
know.
generational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But our cutoff for that generation is like 94, 5, 6, because people will get in a fight if you say Jay-Z sucks.
Yeah.
But we're just not, that was at the cutoff of our
My shit with
golden
him
era.
is pretty much he steals the line from like somebody's shit. In like at least one of his songs, he
Okay,
like,
I mean-
at least takes one line from somebody else's shit. Like you may know it because you're musically inclined to know that that's from like Rakim.
Yeah.
Or that's from
It's a nod.
Ice-T.
He ain't the only
You know what
one.
I mean? But like
Yeah.
every time, and I feel like he kind of just had them Jones in the cut with Biggie.
Well, you
You know what I
heard.
mean? He did James with Biggie, and then Biggie died, and then he pulls out these James. And look, oh, look, Biggie Smalls, and it's like everybody wanted to hear Biggie. So then it
That's
came
the commission.
Out, then
Yeah.
it came out with him, and then they wanted to push the Austin Powers joint. He had the video with him and the midget doing the Hard Knock Life. Annie
Oh, right,
sample.
yeah.
The Annie sample was catchy. They had to push it through the radio and all that shit. Commercialized his ass real quick. And I don't know. I just never fucked with him.
That's crazy.
Remember AZ?
Of course.
AZ
I used to
shit.
I used to think AZ was Jay-Z. I used to get it mixed up. For the longest time, I thought AZ was Jay-Z.
No, you really weren't in the mix then.
Yeah, well, I just didn't. I just got it mixed up because like it was too similar.
Here's
So when everybody said Jay-Z, I thought they were talking about AZ.
I seen something. Remember Daz from Dog Pound? Well, Jay Z, used that line from Psycho, Mike, no, bitch, yo. So he came out now like, yeah, Hov was listening to me, and I want to get paid,
Right.
and I want to get paid from that.
Fucking right. I want my money.
Yeah, I seen AZ in Atlantic City and the Trump. He was standing there with two other dudes.
Recently?
Nah, my son, it was probably 15 years ago. My son was like 2 years old. I was holding his hand. And I came down these steps and I was just looking around, where we're going. And I see three dudes standing there. And they were standing there. He was standing there like he was waiting for somebody to come say something. But I had my kid with me. I didn't want to go over there. So I just looked at him and gave him one of these. And he just,
Jeez.
one of them.
Who was this?
And I just walked away. AZ.
Now, he
Well,
was
you-
probably
so
mind
sorry.
blown that you recognized him.
I wanted to go over and shake his hand, like, because I know that he would love that shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, man, I recognized you instantly.
Life's a bitch and then you die. You know that song?
Yeah.
Him and Nas. That's AZ.
He's the other.
Oh,
Nas.
yeah. I know who you're talking. No, I think I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
Sugar Hill.
But you know what? And my brother used to work at the at this like place in King of Prussia where he's like high priced apartments and shit. And Freeway lived there.
Oh, no shit.
He's a
And-
real good dude.
And Jay-Z used to come through sometimes, scoop him up. And Beans lived in like Telford or Town Menson.
Larry
okay.
Lansdale.
He lived in like Town Menson, which is Lansdale.
For real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my buddy used to play basketball with him, and he was cool.
They were awesome, dude. They were great, dude.
But he was real.
Yeah.
Shout out Beans and Free.
Yeah.
215.
But yeah, my brother used to be their security guard. Well, the one that let cars in and out of that little booth. That went in. So he met all them dudes. Pretty
Nice.
I liked Cassidy too. He was good too. I liked him on freestyle. When he freestyle,
Yeah, that was
he
his
was fucking
thing.
great. He was great at that.
Because I was like kind of like my brother's more the rap guy. I know like who I like, but I don't know the whole plethora of rap.
Well, then why isn't he in here tonight? What the fuck are you doing here?
Because I'm more of the
Where's
metal,
Dave at?
I'm
Bring him
more
in
of the
here.
metal guy, but I do know rap. I know a lot of rap. I know old rap though. I don't know any of the new people. I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
anybody. I don't know anybody new except for this list. Later on, was teaching me some things, I guess.
Where did you put the list at?
It's in my phone.
No, where's it at on here on the Crumb show?
As far as new people, the only group that like, I guess caught my attention was that Coast Contra shit.
Yeah, that shit was cool. They're from Philly too.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's like anything. Always since growing up, if you want that shit, you gotta dig for it, man. You gotta look for it.
Yeah.
And it's always been like that. You might be like, I don't like what's on the radio. That's fine. If you like it enough, you're gonna dig for it.
I think two of
Find
them are
shit
from
you do.
like, ain't two from Cali and one's from Philly, one's from like
Yeah, I don't
Houston or
know.
some shit.
I heard they were claiming Philly, so
Yeah,
that was cool.
that's what's up.
Nobody talks about how big. Well, I guess they do, but it doesn't come up. Like, don't get me wrong. 90s, like New York, Philly rap, hip hop was good. But what about the West Coast, dude, in the 90s? Like, that shit was good, man. Like, real good. Like, I fell in love with that tough,
Yeah.
the West
that
Coast
was
shit.
my
Yeah.
shit.
LA was doing a lot of shit and fucking the Bay Area. They had their a whole another hip hop culture in the Bay Area than they did in LA.
I remember the first time when Aaron let me listen to E40. And I fell in love with E40. Man.
Yeah, he always
dude,
does.
I couldn't get enough of his shit. And then Silly put us on the Spice One.
Yeah,
Spice One was another one, dude.
MC8 was my shit too.
Yeah.
There's so many killers on the
But
West
New
Coast,
York
man.
New York has a lot too.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but everybody seems like the West Coast forgot
We'll
about
handle
it.
this conversation, Chris.
Cypress, I know.
Scram Jones, every year Scram Jones. People don't know about Scram Jones.
Cypress Hill blew them the fuck up too. a
Oh,
lot.
man, Cypress
like
is fucking
rejuvenated the fucking.
But they came out on
rejuvenated
Rough
them out
House,
there.
which was
Yeah.
in Conshohocken.
Shocking, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, buddy.
Man, right around the back door.
Shit, that dude's name is on the tip of my. I always knew the guy's name.
Who's that?
Joe the
Nicola?
Butcher Nicolo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nicolo.
okay. Nicolo. Okay.
He's from Conshohocken. I think they had a studio there back.
Yeah, they still do.
Yeah.
I heard Phil's opening up a vinyl distribution. I'm trying to get in, Phil.
Hell yeah.
Hit me back, man.
Go. Let's
I
go.
need copies of this new album coming out.
Next week, A
Yeah.
Time of Ashes, right?
Yeah, I produced this album for Truck North. If y'all don't know him, he's been on like the past 6-7 Roots albums. His first song was with Dave Chappelle and
shit.
Mad Skills. And he's just like the most intelligent artist I've ever worked with. It's like this is my best friend, but it's a blessing to be able to work with somebody this talented.
And that's
Right.
his album back there,
Yeah,
Electric Sheep.
So this is the first album that I did with him. I've been rocking with him for years, but I started producing like right before COVID. I just got tired of waiting on other producers to make beats, so I bought all the equipment, and then the world shut down. So me and Carly B, we sat at my house during COVID and just making beats, and Truck put this album together, Electric Sheep, and it's amazing.
Right.
Shout out to Carly B.
Who's
Hell yeah.
what's the other? So talk a little bit about that other album real quick.
Oh, that's a project I did with Demrick called Gas Chamber.
Who's Demrick?
Demrick was in a group called Tangled Thoughts in like the early 2000s in Philly. A good friend of mine. And then I brought him out to the West Coast. Tangled Thoughts got a deal with Corrupt from Dog Pound.
Nice.
And they put out a single that actually was the first time I was ever on vinyl. It was with Freeway, a song, Tangled Thoughts, Freeway, and myself. And they had a deal with Corrupt. And then after that, Demrick went on his own and came up with Be Real at Cypress Hill. And he's been on probably the past 3-4 Cypress Hill albums.
Nice.
And now he's in a group with Exhibit and Be Real called Serial Killers.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
So it's a friend of mine. During COVID, while I had COVID, I made that album over Twitch. He would do a Twitch stream, and I'm sending him beats, and he's writing and recording over a live Twitch stream.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that whole album's just sick as shit.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. You mentioned Carly B. He's a longtime friend of the show. He's going to be coming on here. He has a new band called Lucky Boy. Album coming out sometime in the future. And that's all I can tell you. I'll be a guest on the show with our friend Deshaun.
Beans.
Yeah,
Right on.
Mr. Deshaun
Looking forward to that.
of the Third Floor Mob fame.
Yeah, I was in a band with Carlos for like 10 years. You
Right.
know, Burn Down All Stars.
Shout out.
Yeah, we seen you in Manny Young, I think. We went and seen you. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we did.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Grave Street pub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We all went.
It was a time.
Yeah, it was
I
a
think
good time.
all four of us.
That was a good
We
time.
had 12 people in that band.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's one of
That's
like
cool.
we talked about some of our rap concerts. I've only been to 3. That was one of them. That
Was it the best one?
That was the best one.
There you go.
Right on.
Because the other one was I was working in Buffalo for this company that used to inflate shit, like them big inflatable things.
You've been blowing shit your whole life.
Hey-o.
He went and seen Kirk Cameron at a religious retreat.
No, it was like at some kind of university, Syracuse maybe. It was near Buffalo. I don't remember.
It's up there.
But anyway, Noriega was there performing.
No shit.
So I got this. That I had no choice but to fucking watch it because I was like right there. So all I know is what.
who was your third
What? I don't know what.
So who was your third? Let's get that out of the way.
Insane Clown Posse was the.
How are we even considering them hip hop?
I mean,
Chris is a juggalo.
Chris is a juggalo.
I got,
You got the tattoo?
Show him the tattoo.
You got the tattoo?
Yes, he
Have
does.
the tattoo.
That's nasty.
Whoop whoop.
I do. I can't
That's cool.
deny it.
We're all family here.
We're gonna get you to jump through a table. How many episodes we got to get for that?
If we can get 500 subscribers, we can set this table on fire, put some thumbtacks on it, and I'll jump through it
Whoop, whoop.
with my tattoo sticking out.
Hey, speaking of that, 2 more
Okay.
subscribers. I promised the fans I'm going to do a breakdancing video. 2 more. We get to
Well, that's all
200
we need.
on
2
breakdancing.
more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, hopefully by the time this comes out, the breakdancing video will be right behind it.
Yeah,
It's
man.
only fucking 2.
Dude, I got some moves. I still got it.
Yeah.
Make sure your insurance up to date.
Sign a waiver before you do that shit.
There.
I was about 150 pounds lighter last time I did it.
What was the name of the show that you were on with that band?
Oh,
They big
oh.
enough,
Bodog Battle of the Bands.
that's what's up.
It was 4,000 bands, and we made it to the top 12. Started in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and then went to Austin, Texas. No, we went to Memphis, New Orleans, Austin, Texas, Las Vegas,
Damn.
L.A., British Columbia. And then we made it to number 4.
Damn.
Wow.
But they pretty much, it was like, you guys are a nightmare. You have 12 people. You know?
Is
It
this the
was
show?
great. It was a great show.
Is this the show that was on Access TV or
It
something?
was on Fuse TV.
Fuse TV. Okay. Yeah, I always looked for it. I could never find it.
That's because you were looking
Yeah,
on the
so
access.
nah, man, it's not of like they took it off. So Calvin Air, the owner of Bodog, he owned a gambling company. Apparently, he got deported. So something was up that it wasn't allowed to. They weren't allowed to do replays and shit, and I could never find it. But recently, I just got all the footage. My homie used to jam one of the producers on the show, and we got a little bit extra footage and, you know, all the shit from actually when that show aired.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. That's real cool for, you know.
Yeah, that
at
was
least for you guys to see.
2006, and I just recovered it.
No shit. Man.
12 people. That's bigger than Wu-Tang.
It was crazy.
Yeah. I'm over here on trucknorth.com where you can find A Time of Ashes next week.
Truck North Music.
Trucknorthmusic.com.
Yeah, it's Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.
Yeah,
Okay. But you produced a lot of the albums that are on the website, huh?
yeah, I did.
Which ones did you produce?
Started at Parable of the Lost is a mixtape. So he does, for every 2 albums, he does a mixtape, a quick tape.
Oh, okay.
With beats that are like industry beats of some of our favorites, but maybe like a little less known than you've heard somebody rock on before.
All right.
So I did Electric Sheep, Tijuana Bible. I did a little something on the Pharmacia,
Okay.
Where the Wolf Lives, Feast of Violence, and then this is another quick tape. I don't think I had anything to do on that, John.
Man, basically almost everyone on just about everyone on there,
But I'm
bro.
telling you, bro, like
Yeah.
we're at number 5. I only started this in 2020. We at number 5 dropping next week, and we just finished recording 8 last week.
Oh shit.
Wow.
So we're gonna
them
drop
out.
3 heavy jewels this year.
Right. Nice. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
You're gonna have Dr. Dre numbers soon.
But this Bandcamp is just, I feel, a better way to sell it. Like, streaming.
What's that mean, Bandcamp?
Okay, so we're getting all of the money.
Okay.
You buy it from us
Right. Okay.
versus going on streaming and I'm getting pennies
Right.
for my thousands of numbers. Like, that don't add up.
No.
You know?
No, that's a smart way of doing it.
They're telling you how much the art is worth, and that's bullshit. For real.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
We're just happy to get their shit out there. And it's like, I seen something they were saying there's billions and billions of stuff on Spotify. And most of that is shit that has 4 views.
Right.
Because people just want to get their shit out there. And I get it. It's like, look at me. I'm doing something.
Right. Right.
But get money for what you're doing, man.
Right.
'Cause they burn out.
Right.
It'll burn you the fuck out if you don't get something for your art.
Right.
And that's the goal, right? Eventually, I mean, yeah, you do it because you love it.
Sure.
But we don't go to work just because we like doing what we're doing.
I mean, it's great to get some rewards, for
Absolutely.
your art. But you want to be able to sustain you making your art.
Yeah. And that's, for anybody listening, that's once you get into music, that's great knowledge coming from somebody with, like 20 years experience in the business. Like, I'm sure you made 1 or 2 mistakes in that 20-year
Hell yeah.
career. And somebody saying Bandcamp is the way, it's for the artist and shit. Like, that's like a jewel for somebody that's looking to get into it. We know you guys out there all are out there rapping and bobbing your heads and shit. So listen to the man.
Get your money, man.
Yeah.
Don't let that art just sit on your hard drive and die on your hard drive. Put some of it out, give it away for free, sell a bunch of it, you know what I'm saying? But don't let it die on your fucking hard drive.
Yeah, yeah.
Music companies, they're dwindling now. They're grabbing at straws because everybody could stream everything
I mean, it's
and go independent on
if
their
it's an
own.
undeniable talent and you have money behind you and there's a machine that could push you like that, like cool, but you could do it yourself.
And that's all basically entertainment nowadays. Besides
Yeah.
big blockbuster movies and shit. Like,
Yeah.
like look at comedy.
I was just gonna say comedy. Yeah.
Like
YouTube.
everything that blows up is on YouTube now.
Yep.
Guys are making a career off of TikTok videos and Instagram videos and shit.
But then you got OGs like Louis, who's selling
Right.
his shit on his site.
On his own
Right?
site.
Exactly.
Get it from him.
Yeah.
He has other comics on his site that
Yeah.
sell their shit on his site.
Exactly. He's
Yeah.
big enough to say fuck the system.
Yep.
And anybody could do it. Like even us, we could start a website where you can buy our shit right strictly from our website and all that. Like,
That's what we were talking about earlier.
some shit like that.
Yeah, man.
That's really good though for these little niches in the industry where you don't need the man to
Nah, bro.
blow
Like-
you up.
I was telling him earlier, it's like
I don't need no man.
it's like
'cause
getting a
you're
pond
strong.
in your backyard and stocking that pond with your fans, and then you're fishing. You know what I mean? Out of your own fan base.
Right,
Just
right.
keep feeding them every month something new for them to buy, and then they keep rocking with you, and it builds your brand.
Right. Yeah,
Good
it's true.
Good advice.
Selling them hoodies, them shirts.
Yeah.
Ashtrays.
Good. Nice hoodies
Speaking
Model
of,
on one here.
tell us a little bit about this shirt here.
Okay, that's the John we did for the Pharmacia
Here's the back.
quick tape, Pharmacia Revolution. It's Truck North did the mixtape Pharmacia, and that's like a actual Pharmacia shirt from Mexico. You know what I mean?
See,
Nice, thank you.
Just something different. Tried to flip.
Yeah, all the artwork on all the album covers is really
Thanks.
everyone is dope. Every single one.
And it's a nicer way to little advertise.
Yeah, man, rock that shit.
I definitely will.
Yeah. Rocco came in with gifts. How about that? Nice gifts.
Nice gifts.
I gotta have y'all right, man.
Yeah, man.
What do you guys give me? Nothing.
Yeah, we gotta get some
hard
merch
time.
up here so we can return the favors.
All right, so you had the show on Fuse with Burn Down. Where did your career go to after that?
After that, the band broke up, and I started another project called Death by Bong.
That was
Okay.
cool, man.
Yeah.
That was a cool project.
Thanks. was a lot of fun. I had a band, and we were rocking out kind of locally, just around here. And then, like, we broke up right before COVID hit, and I just don't. I'm having so much fun producing. That's kind of been my focus. Like, it sucks, but I don't really see a lot of venues that have live music out like they used to.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope it comes back. You know, I'll build a new band and get back out there.
Right.
It just doesn't seem like it's been a thing.
Yeah.
Battle
After
rap's
COVID,
huge
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
The battle rap scene.
Yeah. There's a lot of leagues and shit like that.
And they're selling that shit pay-per-view themselves.
Yeah,
Get
that's
that
true.
money, man.
Bill
That
Collector.
URL.
Yeah, shout out Bill. He's killing it.
that shit.
Yeah, he is funny. His shit is funny, dude. I like that. That's what I love about battle rap. It's not all just ball busted. I'm the best. There's a punchline at the end of it.
It was very
You
technical.
know what I mean? I love that shit. And they have like deliveries. It's a performance. It's not just like, I have a problem with the new term of freestyling, because in my day, and yeah, I am a little bit older than most of the people that talk about the shit, but freestyling meant we're going at each other.
Off top.
I'm making fun of your hat, your shirt,
Right.
all that shit. But the new term of freestyle is something that you wrote, but you're just not reading, and they call off the top. So it gets mixed up for me.
I mean, off the top is just exactly what you said. It's everything you're making up right there.
Right.
I don't know. If they don't know your writtens, then like who could tell?
Yeah.
But if you get caught on video doing the same shit over and over,
Yeah. You're fucked.
because these kids video everything.
Yeah.
Off the
Yeah.
top.
Somebody said to me the one day that there was a difference between a freestyle and off the top, and I was like, "Well, I don't see how that is." And I was like, "Oh, well." I'm like,
Maybe
well,
just like mix
we're
it.
old.
like if he's freestyling, how does his two homies behind him already know what he's gonna say right when he says it?
Mm-hmm.
How are they co-signing his shit already? If that's, you know what I mean? If
Yeah.
he's freestyling that,
They're full of shit.
they're in a freestyling contest, but you already know what I'm about to say, type shit like that.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you premeditated that. Shit.
Nah, but
Yeah.
I like great writers.
Mm-hmm.
And like a brilliant writer can do that. Like Bill's got to be a brilliant writer the way he's remembering all of this that he wrote specifically for this target.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's different, man.
So are you just producing now? Are you picking up mic? Are you still writing or?
I haven't written in a little while now. I've been making 50 beats a week.
Yeah, that'll keep you busy.
I like it. I'm having fun. And me and Truck are just coming up with so much shit. It's like, just keep fucking
Right.
going at it.
Right.
I believe in this more than anything I've done.
That's great, man. That's great.
You do this full time now?
Yeah.
You
Nice.
can get a lot more done just by yourself doing beats with like one or two people than you could getting 12 motherfuckers together on schedule to practice and get shit together and different ideas. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it simplifies everything. That 50 beats a week would have been one day of practice with 12 people there.
Yeah. I'm just still learning. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice to be like able to be free to do it and not have like stupid work and like that. Like that's what's in the way of me being a famous comic. I blame my job.
That's one
Yeah.
thing I heard about Eminem. Somebody was like, Em told me to meet him at the studio. He's like, I get there. I'm sitting there waiting. He walks in, 9 o'clock. He gets right to work. And then 5 o'clock comes, and he's like, all right, y'all, see you tomorrow. And they're like, what? No, like, where you going? He's like, no, I'm done. 9 to 5, I'm here, and I'm going. They're
Yeah,
right-
it's like a
they're right
job.
working hours.
Yeah.
I'm here to work. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's some schedule ass shit.
Yeah.
I got you.
I mean, I'm always still getting 9 to 5. I'm a starving artist.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I got a kid at college, so
Hell yeah.
I'm doing what I can to get by.
Yeah, I hear you.
Let me ask you this: so you're our age, like, do you make beats for younger guys? Like,
I can, but I've really only been working for people that I know.
I was gonna say,
Working with, you know.
like, how hard is it to make a beat for a kid today that's into like today's hip hop compared to what we're used
I don't think I'm making that. I don't think that's what I'm doing.
Right. That's what I want to know.
You know, I guess I could, but that's just not. I don't know. I'm making music that I like, but like I said, I've been a fan of music for the longest time. You know, that's all it is.
I'm sure if he found somebody that sparked his interest,
Yeah, it would have to be a young kid with like 90s vibe.
one of his
I would
nephew's
think.
friends or some shit, when, you know what I mean, spit some shit. I'm like, okay, but you take what I give you type shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go making no. Corny
Yeah, I'm not
ass
trying to
shit.
teach nobody right now. You know what I
Right,
mean? This
right,
is
right.
it's been coming naturally, and that's why I'm having fun with it.
Mhm.
I feel like that's what you should do with any hobby or anything that you're into. You know, as soon as it feels like a job, man, it's not enjoyable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
What? Now that you're into producing, what did you like better? Do you like performing or producing?
I mean, they're different animals. Because it's just been recently, I've been able to stand side stage and go, "That's my beat."
Okay.
Yeah, that's got to feel
I mean, that
nice.
shit-
That's got to
And
feel great.
It's different. You know, it's different.
Okay.
You know, being on stage is ultimate. You know what I mean? Some the crowd energy.
Right.
You know that. You know,
Right.
you guys been on stage. It's like it's
The energy ain't that high, but we get what you're saying.
Yeah, but when you get a laugh,
Yeah, I
you
know.
feel fucking good, dude. You feel good for a couple days, a week. You know what I mean?
ultimate high.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, different animals. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
But I'm learning to like that.
But it's good because like when you're on stage and if you're spitting on stage, that's something. But like you can still sit back now on the side and you're still part of that on stage. So it's you're still getting the best of both worlds.
I get drunk earlier.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like you've been riding a bike for years on stage. Now you get to push somebody off and watch them ride away. You know what I mean? You get that feeling too, like, you know what I mean? You just watched your kid ride off without the training wheels for the first time. You know what I mean?
Crazy. Yeah, that the baby of the beat grow up to.
Yeah.
I mean, do shows. Yeah.
Proud of you, man. You've been killing this shit for years.
Thanks, bro.
Always grinding.
Love you, man. Always been a stand-up dude.
Seen every band you've been in. Seen
That's
every
a
one
fact.
of them live.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
At one of them festivals, I wind up, you pulled me up on stage. I passed you a blunt. You pulled me up on stage. We were over there smoking in the corner while you were finishing up.
Hell
I think
yeah.
that was Untamed Soul.
Nice.
So you probably got a videotape of that somewhere.
Fucking 23
Everybody
years ago.
had camcorders back then. You know what I mean? Our buddy Greg Santoro, he was always videotaping shit. I'm sure he got something.
Yeah, Greg, break out them tapes, man.
Yeah,
Need them for the archives.
he was a good dude.
Do you advertise making beats for people?
So, I recently got into the TikTok game just to
I was just thinking to say that. I see
try to
people-
grab some fans. I don't know what the fuck to do to TikTok.
Right.
So I'm just putting videos on there of like, I find like a cartoon smoking weed, and I'll just loop that up and put one of my beats to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just put these beats that aren't doing anything on
Like
the
the
TikTok.
black and white Jones. I've seen a couple of them.
And that's RokBottom at TikTok, or
Yeah, I
how
guess.
does that work?
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know how the TikTok works.
I've been seeing that a lot lately now. Guys making beats and be like, I'll throw you a beat. You know what I mean?
You sound like a caveman, bro.
I don't know how
TikTok. TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know how. My kid knows how.
You just put it in the search bar.
RokBottom.
Yeah.
At TikTok.
Yeah, you'll find it.
That's coming. It's coming more popular. I just seen like a couple guys this past week on TikTok saying, I'll throw you one if I'll do
Well,
something for you. TikTok looks like that's the way to go for anything now.
so throw him one what?
A beat. Throw you a beat, like
Yeah, I like the duet shit.
Yeah.
I've seen people. Like,
They can go on there, listen
somebody
to my
duet
beats,
this.
pick one and rap to it.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
My girl comes up with a new recipe from fucking TikTok every night.
It's fucking great, especially if you're in the air fryer world.
Don't get him started.
I could tell you a whole hour on that.
Yeah, we don't need to go back to food.
Uh,
All right, so when we were talking about your career, and I forget where we left off at. I know we talked about the show. Then after the show, Death
It's
by
the
Bomb.
after party. It was a Jay-Z reference. Sorry.
Okay. Shut it. Okay. So then after Death by Bong, that's when you started doing stuff with Truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done music with him, through the years. I've been friends with. I knew him from the Roots crew. I used to hang out down their studio with Dice Raw, Black Thought, and it would be a blessing. I would get to. This was my favorite band,
Right.
And I met them. Here's a crazy story. My 21st birthday, I met them. Went to Morristown, New Jersey to see a show. After the show, I had recognized him, so I went into the tour bus, me, my daughter's mom, and somebody else, and we were just smoking with them. Yeah, it's my birthday, remember me? Blase Boss. We became pretty cool. I go out, and there was a shuttle that took us from our car to the campus. There was no more shuttle. I was in there like an hour. That whole shit was done. I'm like, I don't even know where I parked the car. So they're like, yeah, we'll take you back to your car. So they're driving us in the tour bus, and I got to sit up front and try to figure out where the fuck did I park.
Right.
21 years old, high as giraffe, out there. Make a left here, make it right here. We go like under an underpass, and I get the tour bus stuck. He gets it. I'm not driving it, but this guy is screaming at me that I fucked up. They're laughing their ass off and like yelling at the bus driver, like he doesn't know how to drive a bus. He's just telling you, go here. Yeah. So that started a good relationship.
Yeah, that's a great story.
We had that laugh. I think that tour bus driver may have got fired that night, and we had to walk back to find the car. So they had a studio above the Electric Factory, and I met Truck in there, and we became good friends through the years.
Right.
And we would do shows together and shit like that. So this was just like natural. My homie who was already hanging out over the crib,
Right.
let's
Turned into this little musical
yeah.
duo type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's really
we've seen
cool.
him at Grape Street with you, I think.
Yeah, he was on that
Shows
Death
at
by
Grape
Bong
Street.
show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Where's he from? Philly?
Hunting Park.
Hunting Park? Okay.
Well,
We know Huntington Park.
Yeah, we spent a lot of weekends down there, man.
That was our
It's-
old stomping ground.
It's Hunting Park.
Hunting
Hunting-
Park.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Good
so
old days.
we ready to switch over to our
yeah.
Facebook managers poll this week?
That's right.
Everybody jump on Chris's poll.
So let us hear it. Facebook social media manager.
So, because in honor of our guest here, RokBottom, we decided to throw out there everybody's top 5 favorite rappers, which is going to be like, there's a lot of the same names, but there's some interesting choices. Actually, the first up on the list actually is Rocco Rosini.
No.
But I did not say a top 5. I'm very much
Current-
against this idea of top 5.
Well, it was just your favorite, so it was your opinion.
Right, you
Like-
said favorites, so I just
Like
put
who
some
your
favorites.
favorite is that you listen to. You don't have to be
Top
the
5 favorite.
greatest
I
all
put
time,
top 5
whatever.
favorite. So maybe is you against
Yeah,
that though?
I think I like favorites better than top 5 because for there to be one, you know what I'm saying, there has to be the guy that was before him that
Right.
that made them.
Yeah,
You know
it'd
what I
make
mean?
Yeah.
The Mount
Like-
Rushmore is tough.
You-
Yeah.
tough
You can't
because-
say the
Some of
greatest. That's too much.
Yeah,
It's too
with
broad.
So that's why
or
we
anything
right, we
like-
put
Yeah.
favorites. That way it makes more
I like
sense,
that.
right?
Yeah, favorites.
So anyway, your current favorites, you can speak for yourself, or I'll speak for you.
I put some new names on there. You
Uh,
might not know 'em.
Mock, homie.
Nah, it's close though.
He don't even know how to pronounce half this shit. Bro.
I like
He be
Mokhami.
butchering
Somebody take over the poll.
Pray
Hey,
for Paris.
yeah,
Where's
you
your
know-
glasses at?
They're right here. Let me put my glasses. All
He
right.
can't see without his glasses.
Jesus Christ. Once again, the poll takes 16 hours.
He needs his glasses. He can't see without
All right.
his glasses.
All right, here we go. Rock Marciano,
Fire.
Black Thought,
Fired.
and,
Oh,
and Yasin.
Yasin.
Yasin? Is it Yasin? Because there's 2 eyes, right?
I think.
Yasin.
I think I heard somebody
Yasin
say
Bey.
Yasin Bey.
Mighty Mos Def.
Most Def, MF Doom,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yeah.
Spell the name
Stove.
all caps.
Stove God Cooks.
Fuck with
Stove God Cooks.
Fuck with Stove God.
Boldy, James, Boldy James, De La Soul,
De La Soul, shout out.
Forever and ever.
Yeah. What's his name just passed away?
R.I.P.
not too long
Yeah,
ago.
R.I.P. Dave.
Yep.
Yeah.
True Goy to Dove. R.I.P. Dave.
They were fucking awesome.
So,
Man.
yeah, MF Doom. I like MF Doom.
Yeah, I just found out about MF Dude not that long ago,
He's
man.
crazy, man. He's got a lot of
Yeah.
stuff with this other group called Czarface.
That's how I found out. I got into Czarface. and I
Czarface is
seen-
from Wu-Tang, right?
Nah,
Well,
one,
it's
yeah.
Inspector Deck and
Yeah.
Esoteric.
L7 and Esoteric.
Old Alan Knox.
I encourage you to get into Doom, though.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Doom?
Okay.
Fucking hilarious.
Is it just like the character on
Well, he makes
the
different-
Czarface thing?
Yeah, it's different characters.
Oh, okay.
There's many faces of Doom.
Okay.
Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne, Redman, Method Man. That's his favorites.
Whose favorites
Yeah.
are that?
Shout out
Knox.
Alan Knox.
Okay.
I like Redman.
Yeah, there's-
Love Redman.
Yeah. Yeah, we all know, dude.
It's just his personal.
Muddy Waters is a favorite album of mine.
Yeah.
Reggie Noble.
Redman gets I think Redman should be higher up. He don't pop up on enough people's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
top 5. He's a great lyricist, man.
But
Redman.
without Redman, there's no Eminem.
Okay, is that who inspired him? Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That time for some action shit.
Yeah, that
Dude.
whole first album, man, that he came out
Shit was
with.
ridiculous.
I had a time for some action hoodie back in the 90s.
Shit dropped. That
I wore that shit till it fell off my back.
I'll still wear it.
that was my shit.
Yeah. Okay, Chris.
Dylan Eichelberger.
Shout out Dylan.
Shout out Dylan. Eminem, 50 Cent, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Lil Wayne. A lot of Lil Waynes out there.
Okay.
He a young boy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was
he's
saying.
young.
This is the generation after us.
Well,
I can't speak for him. Eminem's not my kind of. He's not my style. I just don't dig his flow personally. Not taking nothing away from him. He's a great, rhymer, and he can rhyme orange. So
No, technical. He's crazy technically.
yeah, he's crazy.
this
But
shit but it's fucked up. I haven't really wanted to hear any of his new albums in a while. Like,
Right.
I just be over that cadence.
yeah, I hear you.
But like technically, I listen to him like shit. That's so tricky.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just don't. It's not what I really like want to nod my head to.
Right.
And I feel fucked up saying that because like when he came out, I was telling everybody like this is the bull.
Right. Right.
I was recording tapes of the Wake Up Show to him on the Rap Olympics, before Dre got him, and that shit was mind blowing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you on the cadence though.
Yeah, the new shit that.
Turned gimmicky.
Right. Yeah.
But I love Royce the 5'9". Like he's a brilliant writer, and I feel like, that's who Eminem's the same. It's like a clone. They're both very similar.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Do you think the whole gimmick thing, though, comes with the fame? Once you get so famous, they're kind of like forced into it?
I don't know. I mean, gimmicks sell.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're almost for because they want that money.
What's the gimmick though?
And it's just like, whatever's going to sell. Like, instead of thinking of new shit, like, you're just going to keep it the same.
Cat in the Hat and the rest.
Nah, it was gimmicky when he was like bringing up Britney Spears and Carson Daly, and because that was, currently
Right.
what you were seeing and shit. I guess, but he's just always been on Wow Factor, and that won for him until he was saying shit that the Wow Factor didn't do nothing
Shock
to
value.
people. Yeah, the
type
shock
shit.
value, same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Jeff Sullivan, Big L,
Love Big L.
Rest in
Nas,
peace.
Big, Big Eminem, and Big Pun.
Good list there, Jeff Sullivan.
Your sister disagrees with Big Pun. Because I would go Fat Joe over Big Pun myself.
My sister,
No.
my sister got a list.
He had
Well, now, okay, this is people's favorites.
Right. So,
we
I'm
can't
so sorry,
disregard 'em.
Jeff. I didn't.
It's people's
that's-
favorites.
I'm just saying he was in like the
wish-
DITC and
I
all
wish
that.
Pun had a bigger catalog. Though,
right.
you
That's
know
what
what
I
I
was
mean?
just gonna say.
He passed early.
Yeah. People compliment his writing, like technical skills,
Oh,
like
Big
and all
Pun
that
was no
shit.
joke.
Like, great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super.
yeah
lyrical.
Michelle.
Let me hear her list.
I only actually met her one time, so I don't really want to yell at her.
Nah, that in the middle of Little Italy, Joe.
I can guarantee you
That was a
Spice
good
One's on
one.
her list.
Well,
3-6 Mafia.
We'll get to her. We'll get to her eventually. No, but Michelle was the one that yelled at Jeff Sullivan, and she said, "You lost me with Big Pun." He had one hit, and that
I
was.
don't think she's
That's
actually
crazy.
yelling at him, but
Nah, that's crazy.
She didn't put caps or
She
anything.
must
I'm
be
just
in a
picturing.
mood.
Right. Richard Quintrell. Am I saying that right?
Yes, sir. Shout out Richard Quintrell.
What up, Rich?
Black Thought.
Hell
Nas. Pac. Trick Daddy Dollars. Meth.
Okay.
That's Method Man.
Is it? Meth.
Yes. Meth is Method Man.
That's one of the only battle.
Yeah, that's like
It wouldn't even be like,
like a
battle
nickname.
rap type thing, but the only
Definitely.
person that I think could keep up with KRS-One is Black Thought. That would be like some epic shit. I would love to see them two rhyme together on something. Maybe
Right.
not like a battle freestyle.
nah.
like belittle
KRS-One
each other,
can't keep
but-
up with Black Thought, bro.
He's ridiculous, bro.
I mean, I know you ain't telling me. I've heard
I mean
everything
Black
he's ever
Thought.
put out. Oh yeah,
He's fucking ridiculous.
The new album he just came out with Danger Mouse.
nah, that was a couple of them ago.
Or,
Yeah,
What's
he
the one he
came
just
out
put
with
out?
the one with
Not
L.
El
Michaels affair,
Okay, yeah, you're true.
Warriors
That's true.
game.
The one before that with Danger Mouse. That shit blew my mind, man. Love that shit.
Danger Mouse is like really
Amazing producer,
amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
phenomenal.
Like when people talk about, lyrical and all that extra shit, and then they bring up Eminem and skip over people like Black Thought, and I'm like, you don't know nothing about.
Thought's the best that ever did it. Look, I seen him rock with Eminem. I seen him rock with Nas. I seen him. All these people, Big Daddy Kane. You know what I mean? So many. Nobody can really like keep up with him as far as breath control. He's running a whole band by himself. He don't have no hype man.
Yeah.
There's nobody backing him up. Come on, man. I mean, the tapes are out there.
Yeah.
Right.
You can see this shit. Nobody else is doing a 10-minute freestyle on Funk Flex. That every fucking bar is just mind blowing.
Yeah.
damn, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
You got to watch it so many times to just even be able to function it as fast as he's going. Like, oh shit.
You gotta
I'm
watch the version with the lyrics. I think I seen a version where somebody put the lyrics up so you could follow along.
Yeah.
on it.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Ostrander.
Big Steve.
Tony Yayo. Young Dolph. Juicy
Neil
J.
John Cena.
Very and Spider Loke.
Oh, bro, he's on that booger sugar with that list.
I have no idea who
I know who
Vori and
Tony
Spider
Yayo
Loke
is.
is.
I know who that. And
That's
Juicy
where-
J's from 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah.
Tony
where,
Yayo's.
He got a Red Bull right now. He is- with that playlist.
Yeah. That's where John Cena got that "You Can't See Me" shit from.
From what?
Tony Yayo.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
He did it in a video one time, and one of his buddies dared him to do it
'Cause he was
got
on
in
the run.
ring. So he went and did it in the ring as a joke, and then it just stuck.
Tony Yayo was on the run. So that was You Can't See Me to the Feds.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I seen a thing with him saying that's like
bro.
his main reason why he fucks with Eminem. He looked at everybody like in the room. He was like, my homies, my family,
talking
my
amongst
so-called
themselves.
friends for all these years. He's like, my man wore a free Tony Yayo shirt on the Grammys. You know what I mean?
That's hard.
All right, Jay Burrell, our buddy Jay Burrell,
Shout out Jay Burrell.
good friend of ours. Rock, you know Jay Burrell too, right?
Oh, yeah. I see him grinding out there, man. I want to
Yeah,
see him on
he comes
stage.
up to Soul Jones
Yeah.
with us,
That's what's up.
Yeah, every week, man. He's out there.
but he's moving on up in the world.
I
It's good
respect the
stuff.
hard work and dedication, man.
We love that guy, and he also says Black Thought, Nas, Andre 3000. That's one new one to the
Brilliant
list.
writer.
Jay-Z and Tupac, and what else? Honorable mention, Lord Berserk and Droopy Circles, Carlos Brown.
Shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Good Berserk, Droopy Circles, Norristown Legends.
Who was that? Jay Burrell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll get into it on the show with him, but Carly B's my top 5 favorite of all time.
That's what's
You've always said that too. Ever since Young Bulls.
Tell him to put some music out, man.
Rakim, Carly B, and KRS-One.
Anthony Ciccarella.
Tone.
Al Tone.
Tone.
KRS-One. Rakim. Biggie. Guru. Guru. Mr. Deshaun.
There you go.
Mr. Deshaun.
Yeah, Gangstar forever.
Roast that.
Shout him
I
out.
knew,
Yeah,
I knew he was
shout
gonna
out.
say all 5 of those.
Any of y'all see the Dear Mama documentary?
I just
I
saw
wanna
that
see it. The
you
popular
posted it earlier, but I haven't got
I heard
So
it's really good.
It's so good and it's different. It's more about his family tree.
Yeah.
How he was brought up by
I want
Black
to let them all
Panthers.
build up.
That's cool.
Oh, it's a
I
series.
watched it too quick.
It's a series.
But it's not all the same story of Pac that you already knew.
Okay.
That's why I'm loving this. It's American history.
all right.
I love watching that about hip hop,
We got
especially people when we were growing up.
Calm down. Let us go through.
All right, all right.
Shit. You're rushing us through your list.
because there's a lot of lists. I gotta get through it all.
It's not that big of a list.
Pretty huge.
With Tupac,
Who's your favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper would probably be DMX. My favorite rapper.
R.I.P. Yeah.
But at my top 5,
Shaggy Too Dope.
I would
Violet J.
there's a classic battle of him and Jay-Z out there.
KRS-One, Method Man, Tupac, and Snoop Dogg is my list with DMX.
Okay.
That's my
Solid list.
Yeah, man.
Solid list.
Proud of you, bro.
Tupac was a great actor.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. Great actor.
Yeah. He was a great actor.
And that's what made him a good rapper. Because he wasn't the person that he betrayed to be.
Pac was a
Always
revolutionary.
Right.
Pac was a revolution, and his family was revolutionaries.
All around, I think he was a good person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't think he was like
wasn't.
everybody
He was
else. Like they
fucking
betrayed
goofy.
him on the news and all this extra shit. Sure, you caught him off guard. He was fucked up sometimes, said some shit on camera. But
I love Tupac back in the day, man.
the amount of people, like Mickey Rourke or whatever his name is, he'll fucking fist fight you right now if
Yeah.
you say something bad about Tupac.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Jim Carrey wrote him jokes every day in prison. Send them to him.
Right.
No, I
You know
believe
what I
he was
mean? Like-
genuine, man.
Right. It's like people that actually knew him have a lot of kind shit to say about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He had a good theory. Like, I think I heard him say, I'm going to tell the people what they want to hear right now. Meaning, I'm going to jump into this gangster shit. The people want to hear that right now. And once I get their attention, I'm going to tell them what they need to hear. But the wires got crossed in that message of himself. And he just fell all into that shit. That's just my opinion from watching from the outside.
I never got over the Brenda's got a baby type shit.
Well,
You know
that
what
was,
I mean?
you know,
And then,
That was so important.
yeah.
Keep your head up, dude. Let me tell you how much of a Tupac
was
fan I
him.
was.
That was him. You know
Remember-
what I mean? So everything after that, I'm like, come on, man. Like, because I feel like he ran with that Juice character.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like he got into that role, method actor, being
Yeah.
a teenage actor with Jada Pinkett and all this shit and drama classes, and just got into that role and just did that. Did Above the Rim. Did the fucking Joan with what was the other movie that he Bullet. So he consistently stayed
Gridlock.
that person.
Nah, but Pac was
You know
still
what I mean?
from the hood, man.
Yeah.
I know.
So,
I
you know, him getting money is like, you know, to come up and shit like that.
Oh,
That's the dream.
100%. But like even like the time he did in jail and all that shit, like when you actually think about it, he did all them movies and all that music in such a short period of time.
Yeah, he was only what 24 when he passed. 26, 24,
But
something
like
like that.
between like the start of him like putting shit out and like him dying, you know, he did the little prison bid and all that shit. Like he jammed so much history and dropped so many gems throughout, like so much music and movies. Like he left his mark
Yeah.
quick.
Wasn't he a dancer for Digital Underground?
Yeah.
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 He needed another year or two of hip hop to be more revolutionary, like it was in like
I don't
the
know,
early
man.
90s.
I don't never agree with that.
Like Public Enemy, the Jungle Brothers, De La.
Well, he was spitting that
And all
shit
that.
early, but it just wasn't, you know.
Well, hip hop kind of faded away from that a little bit and started to go
Absolutely.
more gangster.
Absolutely.
He needed another year or two of the revolutionary Afrocentric type of shit to be around for him to truly have made a difference. One thing I will give him credit for is a lot of the shit he said. He said, I might not change the world, but I'm going to spark somebody that will change the world,
Next generation.
right? And then I think he kind of did that
Absolutely.
with Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, who started a big STEM school in his neighborhood, bringing, that science, technology, and the other two initials, bringing that to that thing there. Now, them kids that go there can change the world, and it all technically could trickle down from Tupac.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why I fuck with that dude Akon. I
Yeah,
don't really
Built in that city.
can't even remember any names of the songs that he did. I remember they were
He was in a
popping
lot
on
of
the
songs.
radio and shit, but my man took his shit and went and did better.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Gave back. He ain't out here doing all kinds of stupid shit. And
He's going to call it Akon City, right?
That's-
His city that he built in Africa.
as he should.
I mean, that's more important. Top 5 shit.
Yeah.
Like, who made the biggest impact on Earth while he was here?
Right.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, man. All right, Ren Dog, back to your poll, buddy.
Now we'll pick apart your next list. Who else?
Matthew Hetrick,
Mr. Matt.
Nas, Biggie, J. Cole, Jada, Guru, and Inspector Deck.
Hell yeah.
Great list.
Inspector Deck was the shit, man. He was crazy lyrical.
Yeah. He's
Really?
and I feel like he's the best in Wu-Tang, lyrically wise.
Nah, that's crazy.
That's crazy talk.
Lyrical wise. Who's better than Inspector Deck?
I mean, Deck got that
Raekwon, I'm a big Raekwon guy.
A Bomb Atomically. That's his best verse, I feel like.
Okay.
But what? I go Ghostface, Raekwon. Dirty's like the best character of them all.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Raekwon's solo album was no joke. Built for Creamy Links. That was so good, dude. That was a movie, man.
Classic,
that was awesome,
yeah.
dude. I fucking love that.
Y'all like the
album.
Hulu documentary?
Yeah,
I watched it.
absolutely. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
watch the
Like
last
that.
one though.
Yeah.
The last was the
Oh,
best.
it's
Yeah,
the
I didn't see
the
that one yet.
documentary or the
The Hulu.
The TV show.
TV
Yeah.
show, the American.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was really good.
I kind of like the first 2 seasons better than the last. You know what I mean? I think I don't know.
I like the last.
They could have went a lot longer than they did.
Yeah, they crammed
You
it
know
all
what I
in,
mean?
but I liked, them just putting each album together. Like Jizza, Liquid Swords is one of my favorite
Oh,
albums
that
ever.
shit was crazy. Yeah.
He just came down and he just did the whole Liquid Swords album like he just did.
Yeah, I missed that. He did it in Ardmore.
Not too far from here, right?
He did it Underground Arts recently too.
Yeah, he was doing it all over the place. I think he did it in Reading too.
RZA was
As
a
he
genius, though, orchestrating all that shit. Shout out to him. The Grave Diggers.
I got a Gravediggers tee.
That was more RZA.
No way.
Oh, shit.
How about
Oh
that?
shit!
Hell
That's
yeah.
cool as shit.
That was my shit.
Yeah.
That was a good.
Chuck loved the Gravediggers,
Hell
man.
yeah, it was my
That was a good album.
Shut up,
Rest in
Chuck.
peace, Chuck.
Who's Chuck?
Chuck DeCarlo, he passed
yeah.
away, but yeah.
R.I.P.
his
Chuck. I
shit.
remember him. I just seen Brock on the way to meet you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, shout out to Brock, man.
What's up? Great dude.
Dennis Carroll, the guy that makes my hats. Not this one,
Right.
but the
Shout
hat
out
that I
Dennis.
wear. Yeah, he's a good dude. KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Cool G Rap, and
Cool
the
G.
Jizza.
Love Cool G.
He's like 40-some years. He's like 44, 45.
Yeah, it's a solid list
maybe
from our
44,
era.
so he-
Cool G Rap should be up in somebody's top 5.
Nah, he is.
Very
He's
Yeah.
rated.
yeah.
He's rated.
And Big Daddy Kane is like, and KRS-One, they're always.
KRS-One, man. You want to see a show and see somebody live, that motherfucker will rock it still. He
Yeah.
got so much energy. He raps every fucking verse still. Like I see a lot of motherfuckers do a lot of crowd work and they'll stop and catch their breath and let somebody
Right.
else. Like,
Right. That's just.
I love Rakim to death. I seen him live, but I probably rapped more of the songs than he did.
Yeah.
He stopped
That's how I
and
feel
let
with Nas
somebody
shows,
else
bro.
Doing it, and I'm like,
Oh, you like the rap?
But KRS-One, he
Calm
just
down.
kills that shit all the way through.
Nas does a couple bars and then he goes like this to the crowd.
Yeah, Rakim
You
does
do
the
that.
same shit.
I love Nas though, man.
I do too, but man, that shit kills me every time because then I'll see him like alongside Black Thought and he ain't missing nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, that's the bar.
Did you like Nas' new album? I hear a lot of hate on it. I liked it.
Which one? The King's Disease 3?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, there was some joints on there.
I liked
Sure.
it. I thought it was good. A lot of people hating it on it. I don't understand it.
I think not that he shot his load on the first joint, but he set the expectations so high that it was hard to come out after that with 10, 12, 13, 14 killer joints. Because his first album, you could push play. Forget about it.
Ah, the
all
first
way
album was
through.
fucking
What, Illmatic?
mind
you
blowing.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Love that
Well-
album, dude. I still play that in my car. I play it more than any other album, I think, in my car.
He got like,
I feel like It Was Written is better.
do you?
Look, Illmatic's one of my favorites, but it Was Written is better writing.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I think the
But-
last one had too many features.
What,
Yeah,
the
the only-
King's Disease 3? Okay.
The only knock I can say about the new one is I think he tried to play to the younger people a little bit because you can see like he tried to get them into buying this album.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he's doing him. The shit he doing with Hit Boy is dope. I liked Magic better though. That was like
I never heard it.
That was 2 albums ago.
I don't know who.
Never heard it.
You never heard of Nas?
I heard
A
of Nas.
Jay-Z. I don't know how many like Grammys he has or whatever. I know Nas didn't get one 30 years ago, but to come out your first album, 5-mic album, right?
Yeah.
In the Source,
What's that? Illmatic?
Mac, was that a 5-mic album?
It should have been.
Well, if it wasn't, it's widely considered the best hip hop album. I think it's in like the National Congress
Should be.
thing they just put in.
Yeah.
To come out that strong, 19, 20 years old, right? Have a 30-year career, right? And then have a resurgence at, he's my age or maybe you're around 50 years old,
Yeah, he's like 48 or something like that, 48, 49.
to win a fucking Grammy. You know, to come out so strong and then 30 years later to win a Grammy. To me, that's almost like Tom Brady just showing his hand and all them rings. But I don't know, like Jay-Z may have more Grammys. I don't know none of that shit.
The wild shit is 18, 19-year-olds ain't spitting like that the way they were. An 18-year-old Jay-Z, an 18-year-old Nas,
Absolutely, yeah, right.
18-year-old Raekwon.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
They was talking hard shit. They was still today or like, puzzled by.
Yeah,
Trying
yeah.
to figure out these metaphors.
Right, yeah. It's
I don't,
true.
bro. I listen to some of these 18, 19-year-olds. They're not spitting like that. It's,
Yeah, I listen to.
there's few. I'm not saying that they bad. There's still new shit that I like, this and that. But it's like the evolution of hip hop, man. That era, it was wild.
Yeah, there was an artistry to it, to the lyrics. I think.
Big was talking that shit.
Yeah,
He was a kid.
yeah. 16, 17 years old.
Real quick, let me get through this.
Go for it.
I don't want to leave anybody out.
Nah, we're gonna get through them, bro.
Giles Moore. Am I saying that? Giles? Because of the G. Giles. M. I would assume
He's talking about Eminem.
Eminem. I'm assuming that. And I agree with you. Nas again. Cannabis. Now Cannabis got Cannabis tried to produce an album. What's his name from the Fugees?
No, that's Wyclef put Cannabis out.
And he produced Cannabis's album. And then
Did he? He might have. Yeah, he might have.
And then it did, and it was like a total shit show, and
Well-
that's why he blamed Wyclef for that.
The thing was,
I think I remember that.
he got on a remix with LL Cool J and Method Man, Redman, and he made a reference to LL Cool J. He has a tattoo with the mic on his arm. He made a reference to that, and then after he laid his verse, LL went in and responded to his verse. So it started a beef, and then he had a couple hits dissing LL Cool J.
Oh, crazy!
That that shit was fire to me. I thought Cannabis won that.
All right, well, then I'm going to agree. He won.
But his career went left after
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah.
Something happened like that. I know something happened that he just
LL
disappeared.
blackballed him.
Derek Smash. Shout out to Derek.
What up?
We used to drive around that's how I know most of that rap, because him and James and me used to drive around just like everywhere, and they would listen to the same like Eminem and Jay-Z and a bunch of other stuff that I don't even
With
know.
the bass in the trunk.
Right.
Knocking.
With the dog next to me.
L
all the
rides.
time. Yeah, all the time.
Fishbowl.
He's got Kiss. I'm thinking he means Jada Kiss.
That's right.
Yeah.
And J Z, Big M, Pac. Jesus Christ. A lot of and it says a lot of OT the real.
A lot of the real. It's
No.
little typo.
Nah, OT the real.
Oh, and
That's
a lot of OT the
Yeah, that's
real
a
as a
Philly
person.
MC.
Oh, okay, cool.
See?
Well, you're over there reading it like a fucking minga, trying to speed the show along.
Senior Pay Dat.
Shout out, Senior Pay Dat.
Big Daddy Kane, Biggie, Jay-Z, Petey Crack, Redman.
Right on.
Nice.
Petey Crack 215.
There you go. Philly guy, right?
I don't think Kane gets as much love as he deserves, neither,
Nah,
man.
he's rated. He is one of the best to ever do it.
That's what I'm saying, but he don't pop up on a lot of people's
If
T-shirts
there ain't no
and
Kane,
shit.
there ain't no Black Thought.
And there ain't no Biggie. That whole fancy,
That's right.
fancy clothes style. I'm the
Ain't no
man.
Jay-Z.
Ain't none of that shit.
He had some like homophobic shit in his songs, and nobody batted an eye back
Who?
then.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane?
Well, yeah, it was the fucking late 80s. Ain't nobody batting an eye over.
I mean, I'm just
Stuff
curious.
like that.
Nobody
Sexual
says
chocolate.
nothing about it.
No, that was before that. It was something about
I don't know if it
the
was
big,
really gay bashing.
the
other
Big
than
Daddy law.
It was just like, that word that they say, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He said the F word, Chris, okay?
Right.
Are you trying to goad us into saying it?
Every
Yeah,
rapper in that
say it.
said that shit.
What do you say?
Keep talking. I got to take a leak.
Michelle Ciccarella,
Hey,
Shout out, Michelle.
3-6 Mafia,
I know.
Project Pat, Tupac, Biggie, Method Man, and DMX.
No Spice One. I'm surprised.
She said
Good list.
Young Bloods too, and she was like,
say Spice.
whatever she said. Basically, down south was the shit. Now, I also like Scarface.
Oh.
Speaking of down south, that's
I got to give you props on that.
Hell
That's
yeah.
Face
my other
Mob.
favorite. That's another one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
absolutely.
And then we got Jerry Joe Marchese. He's a good guy.
When he's sleeping.
Yeah, only when he's sleeping. Carlos Brown, Rocco Rosini, Senior Payda, KRS-One, and Rakim. Eric Jamal for extra credit.
From Coast Contra.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
And let's see what else we got here. You got your favorite rappers?
Yeah, my favorite rappers are, of course, the God MC Rakim, Nas, the Godson, KRS-One. Who's my fourth one? Oh, B.I.G. And number 5 is Ice Cube.
Hard.
Ice Cube's in my top 10.
Death Certificate, Kill at Will,
We got our last one though.
Yeah.
fire.
Real quick.
That's the Bomb Squad shit. That's who produced Public Enemy. I was all over that shit.
Yeah, his first solo album was in my shit constantly, dude. After I first got it.
No Vaseline.
You don't have to tell me what we're doing after the show. I know it's no Vaseline. I know you're
That's Death
allergic.
Certificate.
That's one of the greatest diss tracks of all time.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hands down.
Paul James. That's my boy PJ from my job.
Shout out PJ.
Biggie, Jay-Z, Pac, Big Pun, Kendrick Lamar, in no order. So,
I'll let him in.
you got it. Thank you. So that actually was the end of the poll. That was the last guy on the poll was PJ. So a lot of
Okay.
people said like stuck in the same realm, like was a little bit of, a little bit off out there sometimes with these young Dolphs. And
Yeah, well, it's
Jesus,
generational
yeah, I
thing.
mean, hey,
It's subjective.
it is. That's why it's your favorite, not who's the best. Because I hate top 10 best this, best that.
Yeah, I do
It's
too.
stupid.
Yeah, it's favorite.
And most people don't even know what the hell they're talking.
Jordan never said he was the greatest.
Right.
Ah,
They all call LeBron the greatest, but he never said he was the greatest.
right.
Hendricks, they never said he was the greatest. Ali did say he was the greatest.
Yeah. I mean, Wayne Gretzky's greatest hockey player of all time. Greatest hockey player of all time. There's no question. There's nobody that can like say that's not.
Well, sports is a little different.
There's no subjective to that. I refuse to hear
What?
Wayne Gretzky, greatest hockey player of all time.
With sports comes down to numbers and rings and shit.
Right.
You know, music is like feeling.
Well, music is extremely subjective.
Well, you
Same
could-
with comedy.
Then you could break it down to, like we were saying with Nas, he had a #1 or a 5 mic, highly respected first album. 30 years later, he wins a Grammy. Nobody else has done that, as far as I know, but I don't know everything about everybody's Grammy wins and shit.
Talk about my grand.
It's just kind of simple minded though, just to talk about like who's the greatest and bicker and argue that. Like I said, it's like judge them on what contributions they make to the world even after they're gone.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's a measure of
Some dude actually told me the other day. He's like, I don't see the big deal with Eddie Van Halen or Jimi Hendrix. I don't think they're that great. I don't think they're great. It's
crazy.
Then he started he was like, I like David Gilmour from Pink Floyd, and he's like some other people, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure you should just keep that to yourself.
But like that's along the lines, like that's why I don't. When people are saying the best, the GOAT conversation, I feel like if somebody feels strong enough to put Jay-Z, Eminem on a GOAT list, who am I to say they're not? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you feel strong enough to put them in there.
Yeah,
They
right.
deserve to be in there, I guess.
Right.
You know what
It's
I mean?
your own
Your
list.
favorite.
It's not a real list. There's no definitive list. Somebody tries to put it. I'm sure somewhere, like you said, the fucking government. Well, what did you say? Like, he was in the national.
No, I think Omatic's in like the National Congress or something.
Right. so,
National
like,
Library. of
Somebody
Congress.
decided that that's going to be like the national whatever. But
Yeah.
the only argument that I'll get into with any of that, who's better, is I'll pick Prince over Michael Jackson.
Oh, all
Me
day
too.
long. All day long.
Me
I don't even know why we're still listening to Michael Jackson.
No, can't.
Prince
not-
made all his own music. I mean, Mike is Mike and got some timeless classics, but
We were all Mike fans when we were little.
there was a certain era that after that I just didn't listen to Mike no more.
Right.
well, we don't discuss three things on the Crumb Show podcast: politics, religion, and Michael Jackson. But somehow we always wind up talking about Michael Jackson every show. Somehow it comes up.
Nah,
But,
Prince, he's the GOAT for that shit, man.
Absolutely.
He played every instrument,
Yeah, but you know what? I don't have to,
made everything himself.
I don't have to like the music though.
And
I decided like I can respect the fact that he's a great musician, but I don't have to pretend I like that shit to just be cool. All right,
I know,
great
fucking,
musician.
he would have dunked on you in basketball.
Yeah, and he would have kicked my ass in basketball and made me pancakes afterwards. So it'd be fine. But yeah, Prince was
Great musician.
Yeah.
great on the piano.
Sucked on the organ. Fats, you didn't go through your list, buddy.
Thank you.
It's hard. It's hard to come up with a list. I don't know because like I like so many people, and like you were saying earlier, like you can't. I don't know.
Mike
love
up, big guy.
I love Raekwon. He's got to be my favorite. Nas is one of my favorite. Then you got to jump over to the West Coast, man. I love E40. I don't know. Cube. Loved Cube. NWA. I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's a group-
Rakim. Yeah, there's so many, dude. I can't pick.
I can't.
Well, you just named 5, so that's pretty good.
But I can
Yeah,
keep going on
good.
and on. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like,
We're going with that.
yeah.
Our
We'll go with
age
that.
range, we witness history for everything: sports, movies, music of all genres.
Tell him, Jerry.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just ain't gonna be like it used to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything comes full circle.
Yeah. 100 years ago,
Everything.
people were like, "Did you see Jack Johnson?" Just like we're like, nobody can beat Mike Tyson, but
Fucking Roaring '20s is gonna start coming back. Motherfucking crazy ass dances and dresses and all that shit, just like they did.
You're here.
You never know. Like
1920s. You're
it's
here.
here.
With all these
there could be
goofy
somebody out there that
TikTok
likes snow.
dances.
Informer.
Go ahead, do it.
I remember we was in the car with Chris Aureo one time. He knew that word top to bottom, dude.
It was fucking brainwashed. It was on the radio so much.
That and Mr. Ace.
Yeah.
One person in your Jeep me knew too.
Hard.
Jim Carrey.
Slaughterhouse. Hard.
Jim Carrey killed that shit in Living Color,
what?
doing snow.
He did Vanilla Ice too.
Yeah, that was classic. The Vanilla Ice joint.
Yeah.
Send a RIP shout out to Harry Belafonte
Oh yeah, man.
and Jerry Springer today.
And Jerry Springer, thanks
yeah,
for bringing that up.
yeah. Jerry.
Jerry was the king of like bringing. Well, he wasn't the king, but he lasted forever. He was on the air. There's like it's ridiculous. Look it up. He was on He has like ridiculous amount of seasons.
Oh, my God.
And
It's
Steve
sickening.
spun off of him, but he had everybody on there, man. There was like the king of the crumb shit.
Definitely.
Because like Sally Jesse Raphael and Phil Donahue, and they had like I think their people were more real. I don't think Jerry Springer was 100%.
100%.
I think it was real to a
I think
extent.
there was like actors on there, possibly.
Nah, they were regular people. There was people from Northtown we know that was on that show.
Yeah.
That's rumor.
It was definitely some scripted, but it started off, they would give them a little bit of a script. Here, we're going off this. But what? When there's Klansmen on stage, everybody in the audience wants to fuck them up.
Yeah.
It went down. And Jerry just got the fuck out the way.
Right, and then Steve had to come running out.
Yeah, Jerry would just stand to the side like fold his arms.
Now you knew once he like walked off camera,
Right.
it was about to go
Yeah, it was about to
down.
go down.
Yeah. Well, the people in the back, when there's have the person in the back listening, the producers are like, "Oh, did you hear that? Don't you want to go fight him? Aren't you mad?" And they like rile them up
right.
to send them the fuck out there.
That's when big Steve Wilkos would come out and handle business.
So
Yeah.
Steve comes running out. And Jerry Springer was what, the mayor of Cincinnati or
Yeah.
something before that.
Wrote a check to a prostitute.
Nice.
That's how he got busted.
Nice.
Show was on for 27 years, from 91 to
27 fucking
2018.
years. How about
2018 it went to? That late?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not exaggerating. That shit was on forever.
I thought it was like
Crazy.
02 or something. There was like 20 more years after that.
Dude, he was like everybody's, we stayed home from school. You seen Jerry.
Instead of it's calling out of work on a rainy day,
Right.
on the couch, do whatever you do and just watch some Springer and eat some
Right.
fucking
Ramen
cheesesteaks.
noodles.
That's why these kids are fucked up now, because they grew up on energy drinks of Jerry
Jerry
Springer.
Yeah, right.
Learning what a prostitute is in kindergarten.
Harry Belafonte, though.
Stealing their mom's checks.
Jerry Springer would be canceled though today, right? I would think.
He's,
Well, that's probably why they got rid of it.
Because there was a lot of
2018.
transgender on there that they would make
nah,
fun
he
of.
wouldn't have been. He wouldn't have been canceled.
I don't think that show would
Anybody
work
on
today.
that show. Yeah, he just ended it. not
Jerry
too
was
long
equal
ago,
opportunity.
Right?
2018.
Yeah, but I think
It was in 2018. It was like a couple years back. What do you mean?
Okay.
It ain't even that long.
All right, I'll admit something for the first time. I'm wrong.
Okay.
See, I can do it. Learn. Watch and learn, Chris.
Yeah. No, I'm never wrong.
I know.
So I'll let you admit when you're wrong.
Derek Smash commented on the first episode that you're never wrong, and
Right,
I
and
took
he-
notice of that ever since he commented that.
He learned a long time ago.
He'll text you. He'll go home and Google it,
Yeah.
and then text you the next day about that shit.
I have problems, but I admit that.
Harry Belafonte was a freedom fighter, though.
And he,
Yo.
He fought for civil
I
rights.
think only
He was a bad motherfucker. I watched the thing on Sunday morning about him, his story about all the civil rights stuff he went through. That's what this country needs, is people like that. And it sucks that all these entertainers and all the singers we got now are just worried about likes and follows and money and stupid shit. Meanwhile, people like Harry Belafonte were out there on the front lines. You know, there is nobody. That's it. You don't want to get political about shit, but it does suck that there's no entertainers like James Brown shutting down riots by performing and doing shit for the people. And nobody does nothing like that I know. Like, I'm going, what do I know? I'm just
That was like the Watts riots in the 60s and shit.
nah. He shut something down in Boston.
That was the night Dr. King was killed.
And they were going to riot in Boston or something,
So
right?
yeah, he had to do a show, and you know everybody finds this out, and it was going crazy. The police just started, you know, fighting with people, beating people in the crowd. He had to stop the whole shit from rioting because they found out Dr. King was assassinated, and you know
He went on with his show, didn't he?
yeah. You got to watch that video.
Yeah.
Crowd control.
Yeah.
I don't know who could do that nowadays.
Is that when all the kids are getting on stage and he's like, let them up, let them up, let them dance? Is that the same video I'm thinking of? Okay.
Yeah, it was in Boston.
Cherry Joe did a badass mean foot back in the day.
Oh, yeah. He
A good
on
foot.
Good foot.
I killed it on some things, man. I was an amazing break dancer in my day.
I used to spin on my head on
for it.
concrete.
Do we have something else?
Probably why I'm bald now.
All right, that's it, folks. You can check RokBottom out at RokBottom on Instagram. He got the new album next week coming out called A Time of Ashes, available only at trucknorthmusic.com.
Check him out.
Check him out.
Support.
The Demrick album I did with him is available on all streaming platforms. Go on your iTunes, Spotify, whatever. Look up Demrick, and it's the album Demrick and RokBottom Gas Chamber.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having me,
This
man.
is great, man. This is awesome. We'll have to call you on again.
For sure.
Right on, definitely. And I have a plug. Not yet. I have a plug.
Okay.
May 25th, Soul Joel's Dome, 7 for 7. Steve Rinaldi. I'll be performing my first show. Get your ass there. Get tickets. I want to see you there.
$7.
$7. What are you going to do?
7 comedians.
Tell some dirty jokes.
Well,
dirty as shit.
6 comedians and Jesse.
Whoa.
Boom.
Join us next week where our new guest host will be Rocco. This motherfucker's out of here.
You got my vote.
Playing Griselda all night.
Thanks,
Hard
folks.
shit.
Love you.
Boom, boom, boom.
Thanks, folks. Show.